name's Craig Hamilton-Bradley. In case I run for president. This is the most American, most patriotic show in America. The most real patriots show in America. And I am the most American. All right, so much going on. Let's talk about some of the big problems that nobody talks about. We need to eliminate PFAS chemicals, right? We need clean drinking water that doesn't kill us a lot more than we need Teflon, right? I can do without Teflon. I can't do without clean drinking water. So we should have outlawed those a long time ago. We now know what they do to us. We need to stop producing them. We will find substitutes for everything we think they are indispensable for, right? The Thwaites Ice Glacier. Ice shelf in Antarctica, when it breaks off and drops in the ocean's going to rise 2, 3, 4, maybe as many as 6 feet. But let's say it's just 2 feet in a day, right? Just imagine if sea levels everywhere rose 2 feet in like 1 day, or 3 feet, right? Now they've risen a few inches already, and we see that here in Hawaii. We see our ocean rising. It's not a hoax, right? It's just amazing that there are people dumb enough to consider it a hoax, and that any young person would ever consider voting for a Republican, right? These people that claim there's no such thing as global warming and all that shit. Jesus, it's insulting, right? The Republican Party wasn't stupid. They would try to protect the environment, right? And they would be better at it than the Democrats. They would make that their thing. And the competition would be to see who could compete to take care of our drinking water and our soil and our air the best, right? That's what the competition would be in a rational world. But for some reason, there's such a vested interest in destroying the planet and the environment for the sake of a buck, no matter who it kills. And Republicans that'll push that agenda, that's what we have to deal with. So, oh man, it's just so unpleasant to do. Talking about politics. All the buffoons. It's been such a crazy week with Lil Wayne. It's funny because I was calling him Lil Wayne, and then I found out that he really is. He's like 5'2". He's just a short little man with this Napoleon complex, and he wants to fight everybody. I'm from Oklahoma. I want to fight. Jesus. He's actually a senator. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Holy smokes. And then he goes on and just continues on this rant. Oh, you could tell he's had some concussions. Holy shit. Oh, Lil Wayne Momo. That was amazing. Oh, and then the fight guy he picks a fight with, and in the process calls him a mob boss and shit. I mean, you just got to wonder, the mob boss guy, supposedly, according to him, Mr. O'Brien, Sean O'Brien from Boston, he's a diplomat, and he's a tough guy at the same time. But you got to wonder, if any of that he was being accused of is true, then why would you pick a fight with him? Like, holy shit. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do, pick a fight with somebody connected, publicly. Like, wow. Who wants to be looking over their shoulder? Jeez. Anyway. Oh, then you got George Santos. Turns out he used campaign donor money for Botox and OnlyFans. Botox. Oh my God, he's so funny because While the Republican Party is hard at work destroying the rights of the LGBTQ community, he is just the gayest guy in Congress. It's so funny. Anyway, and just a pathological liar, just like Donald Trump. What a Republican shit show. There's that one dumb Democrat, Menendez, one who needs to just leave, and he's just staying in there for the fight, just like all the Republicans would. But it's interesting, not all Democrats are entirely honest either. But the Republicans are just shamefully idiotic and harmful and dangerous. Oh my God. Kevin McCarthy elbowing Tim Burchett. What an idiot. So if you don't understand Kevin McCarthy, let me explain. Let me help you read between the lines, right? This poor guy. Now, you might think California is the best state in the country. You might think California is the worst state in the country. Either way, Bakersfield, where he represents, is the worst part of California. So it's either the worst part of the best state or the worst part of the worst state. And people from Bakersfield would generally agree with this. And I just drove through there. And when I pulled off in Bakersfield, there was a crack addict, a pimp, and a hoe, and the weirdest looking human with the strangest implants I've ever seen as well. And I was like, yep, that's all just in a normal day in Bakersfield. Anyway, yeah, I was just there a month ago, driving through, stopped at a gas station. Couldn't wait to get out of there. So he was a bully at a high school in the worst town. Maybe the worst town, one of the worst places to live ever. So he's got this complex of coming from the suckiest place, right? And is that where he goes home to? The poor guy. I feel sorry for him. I still feel sorry for him anyway. But yeah, he's a douchebag from Bakersfield. Damn. Like, if you're going to be from Bakersfield, you're going to want to, like, class it up. Be like a decent human being. And then try to make Bakersfield look good. But not Kevin McCarthy. But I love Tim Burchett from Tennessee, who's an idiot also. But he's like, oh, I don't know how they sell things out there in California, but that's not how, someone from Tennessee would act. And I just love that whole anti-California sentiment that was thrown in there. That was a nice cheap shot. But, oh my goodness. And then Clay Higgins. What a moron that guy is. Holy crap. I'd be so embarrassed. So embarrassed. Party of traitors. January 6th traitors. Who tried to accuse the FBI of state. Oh, they were there. Oh my God. 1,000 of you traitors have been put in jail. This last one ran around evading the cops for a week. And they caught him. Now he's in jail. He's got a new wife. Good for him. Oh yeah, America. I got a couple beers here so we can drink together. That's right. Most American. If you got a more American story, I'd like to hear it. I'm going to tell you the story of the first woman in America to have a statue built in her honor. My great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, Hannah Dustin. Her granddaughter married Amos Bradley. Therefore, she is my great-grandmother. In the year of about 1695-ish, somewhere right around there, in Haverhill, Massachusetts, she was hanging out with her family, 8 children, one of them 6 days old, midwife there with her. And the Abenaki Native Americans came down on behalf of the French. The French had motivated, compelled them, told them, go do this. They had converted them to Catholicism. The Abenaki Indians were saying Catholic prayers before they went and slaughtered and captured native pilgrims, if you want to call them that, in the 1690s in Haverhill, Massachusetts. I imagine they lived on the same block, the Bradleys and the Dustins. But Hannah Dustin was captured with her midwife and her 6-day-old baby. She ordered her husband to save the 7 able-bodied children. He had a rifle with a shot in it, one shot, and he backed out with the kids behind him, and they kept the Indians at bay with his gun, and they all got to a safety, and he saved the 7 children. And Hannah Dustin was captured. She thought she'd be murdered, but she wasn't. She was captured along with her midwife. And they were marched up a trail up along Merrimack River for, I'm not exactly sure how long. And one night, and along the way, if her friends from her town grew weary and slow walking through the snow, they had a hatchet put in the side of their head, and they were just left there on the side of the path. And they took her baby from her, 6-day-old baby, and they smashed its head against a tree, right? Hell hath no fury, tell you what. So, she was pissed. So, sometime after that, she was threatened with, or she was told that she would be run through the Valley of the Indians. She didn't really know what that meant. She thought maybe she would, and it would be naked, and to humiliate her, most likely. But maybe they would harm her. She didn't know, and she feared it, and she was pissed. Maybe she drugged him with something in the food. She was a slave at this point, and she and the midwife. There's speculation about that. But nevertheless, while they were in their sleep, the 10 Native Americans that had captured her and enslaved her, she went around with a hatchet and did exactly what she'd seen done to her friends. And she took them out one by one. Hatchet to the side of the head. All 10 of them. She killed all of her captors. And she and the midwife and this other 14-year-old boy who was had been captured and enslaved, they realized no one would believe their story. And at the time, because so many of them were often slaughtered and scalped in their town, in the government had an offering of money for Native American scalps, and I think it was a pretty good amount. So she decided, and having seen that done as well, quite a bit, she and the midwife went around and scalped all 10 Native Americans. And they scuttled all the canoes except for one. And they got in that, and they paddled back to Haverhill, Massachusetts, where she became America's biggest hero for about a decade. Cotton Mather wrote about her. Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote about her. The first statue of America, built in 1874, is on the Merrimack River in Haverhill, and it is of her with a handkerchief full of scalps. Barbaric. This would make the greatest movie, because it would be, it's just history. Nothing more, nothing less. And it would be so gruesome and so truthful and so controversial. It would stir up a lot of conversations. So that's Hannah Dustin, I'll tell you what. So, and then 2 years later, the second statue ever of a woman in the United States is of her as well, and that sits in the town square in Haverhill, Massachusetts, where my first ancestor on my dad's side, Daniel Bradley, arrived in 1635 on a ship called the Elizabeth, and he was a selectman there. And I imagine they were probably on the same street because their grandkids got married. So, that is the story of Hannah Duston, first and statue. Second statue of a woman in America is of her. And it is a gruesome story. And she might just be the toughest woman in American history. So that's interesting. I'll tell you what. Cheers. All right, I got political advice for Donald Trump. You should call DeSantis DeSackless. How did you not figure that one out? DeSackless. He's got balls like acorns, right? He's afraid of gay people. He's afraid of everything. My guy's afraid of his own shadow. He's got Napoleon's complex. He's a short little man, just like that little Wayne guy. They got Napoleon's complex and they're Republicans, which is just a terrible combination. My God. Ooh. What else? Man, I got so much here. There's just David DePop, the guy that the Republican, the violent domestic terrorist Republican who went after Nancy Pelosi. He's been convicted to the rest of his life in jail. Good job. Another Republican voter. Can't vote anymore. Although thankfully he didn't shoot 20 people before he lost his right to vote, you know? Like that guy up in Maine. Man, that's what we don't want. Republican gun owners whose girlfriend breaks up with them. That is a bad recipe. Tell you what, oh man. God, it's just a joke watching the news. I love seeing all the lies. I mean, Fox paid $787 million because they're traitors who misinform the public. We have the best elections in the world. There's never been a bad election here. There is no lack of integrity. Every time any of that's been mentioned, it's just a bunch of smoke and lies. Just lies on lies on lies. So many lies that they get people to believe them. Oh, it's just sad. Oh my God. Anyway. And nobody thinks that there's any similarity between Biden and Trump. Nobody thinks it's political. Trump is a criminal. He's always been a criminal. He's being held accountable for his criminal actions because he's a criminal. The worst criminal in American history. He's a sociopath, a pathological liar. Through negligent homicide, he murdered with pandemic. How many people? 100 to 500,000? Who knows? He's the worst person in American history. Worst person. Oh my God. I love it when he tries to call himself the best president in American history. Oh, I do a lot of funny things. Here is one funny thing. Okay, I like to do. Okay, you can do it too. And there's other ways to approach it. There's lots of things you could say sort of similarly but differently. But I like to go to Fox on YouTube, you know, and they have their little bits on Fox, or any dumb shit, fake patriot, traitor, Republican channel that's trying to murder women with abortion laws and murder children with gun laws and murder the environment with the lack of environmental laws and destroy voting rights and disenfranchise, and hate Mexicans and hate Asians, and Republicans are just so bad, hate everything. Muslims, Jews, now they're supporting the Jews, but which is interesting. Anyway, and oh God, it is just crazy. All the hate in the world, it makes no sense. God, I'm losing my place because it's just so sad. It blows up my mind just to think about all the hate, all the things people are doing to each other. Listen, man, if you think about doing some harm to somebody, stay on your motherfucking couch, right? Don't do any harm. You don't need to go out there and do a violent. If you want to go protest violently, stay home, okay? If you want to yell genocidal shit, don't do that. And you Muslims, man, be careful because we got all these fucking crazy right-wingers that, don't like you guys. And if you go out there and protest and say genocidal things, that's going to like stir them up. Okay. Seriously. Like, just say the right things. Say ceasefire, but don't say from the river to the sea. Okay. It's like, I would never go down the street and say the N word because I know how that sounds to black people. Right? Like, if I thought it sounded good to them, maybe I would say it. But it doesn't. And we know what from the river to the sea sounds like to everybody, especially the Jewish population. So why would you say that, right? Just to be dicks, or just to provoke them, or just to be mean, or because you really mean genocidal shit? Like, it's funny because this one congresswoman who I would vote for, but still she's like, no, it's aspirational. No, it's not aspirational, because that's not how it's heard. Okay? It's not an aspirational fucking thing. All right, so you're wrong. You won, Congress lady. It's not an aspirational thing from the river to the sea. It's genocidal. That's how it sounds. Doesn't matter what the fuck they mean, right? I know how the N-word sounds to black people, so I don't say it. You know how that sounds to other people. You shouldn't say it, okay? I'm just saying. Holy shit. And then you got this Smurf Comer guy. Smurf Comer calls someone else a Smurf. And if he looked in the mirror, there ain't nobody in Congress that looks more like a Smurf than Smurf Comer. Smurf James, Smurf Comer, Smurf. That poor guy. He gonna be named Smurf Comer for the rest of his life. Shit. Man, I got so much here. I probably got 2 hours. I'm gonna have to do like another episode tomorrow with everything crossed out that I didn't cover. Oh, Tommy Tuberville, one of the best Republican traitors in America. Big fucking pussy. Oh my God. So yeah, Republican abortion laws kill women. They don't save any babies. You're not baby savers. You're not moral in any way. You're woman killers. It's just sick. And you're so fucking stupid. So, like, let me explain the only way to look at abortion that really makes sense. There's a lot of other ways to look at it. Like, men should never be able to vote on anything that affects women. There should never be a fucking law that's only applies to women and not men also. That's just unfair, right? But that shit put aside. The economics of it, all right? There's a market for abortion, right? There's things that there aren't markets for, like unicorns. Sure, there's a huge demand for unicorns. Lots of people want to buy a unicorn, but they don't exist. So there might be a big demand, but there is no supply. So there can't be a market, okay? Okay. There are things that there is a supply for, but no demand, right? There's a, what is there? There's a, there's a huge supply of seawater, but there's no demand for seawater. So nobody buys seawater. Anyway, for instance, I don't know, you can think of other things, things that don't exist. Anyway, you get the point. You got to have a demand and a supply in order to have a market, right? And then there's things that could be effectuated, right? Like, there doesn't have to be a market for, you could have a society where we are smart enough to raise our kids well enough to just create no demand for fucking amphetamines and fucking opioids and shit like that. I mean, if we spend a little time with our kids, they don't necessarily need to grow up to be someone who would ever even try that shit, right? So you could affect demand that way. You could also keep fentanyl out of your community and create the lack of a market that way, so that it wouldn't even be possible for people to become addicted to it or to try it, right? So, but that's an object in the world, right? Abortion, it's different. There will always be a demand from women to control their bodies and their pregnancies and to save their lives when they need to. and to have dominion over themselves and to be free human beings, right? In America, we celebrate freedom, and we should celebrate women's freedom, right? And so there will always be a demand and there will always be a supply, because women can always find ways to get an abortion, give it, they can, there's all sorts of dangerous methods and illegal avenues, right? And so there will always be a market. The only question is, how will that market look? Will it be safe and affordable? And will women not die from it? Will women be able to have babies after they have an abortion like they like to, right? All those things. Or will it be just incredibly dangerous and fraught with danger from being thrown in jail for it, to losing your life from it, and all the rest. Just awful, awful penalties. And of course, you got these sick bastards out there who think women deserve to be punished. Eye for an eye. Yeah, you're sick. You're sick if you think that shit. And that ain't Christian, to want to kill women, to think that there's some justification to punish women. It's gross. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know what the Republican Party's been doing, they've been working towards eliminating contraceptives, right? So you want to be forced to get pregnant and then forced to have a baby. Oh, God. Our children are not our most valuable resource. The women who can have children, those are our most valuable resource. Tomorrow's children, the day after that, the women who are between the ages of 18 and 40, those are our most valuable resource. These dumb shit red states are just driving them out. But they're showing up to the polls. They're voting for themselves. Ohio. They just put their foot down in Ohio. They've done it in Kansas. And they're just going to keep doing it. And Republicans are just stupid because they just don't get it. It's not pro-life. It's pro-death. If you're a Republican, you're pro-death. It's so sad. And you're too stupid to even realize it. It just kills women. 30,000 women every year died in America in 1970 when it was illegal. Right? Or nearly 30,000. In the 20s every year. More than 20,000 women dying every year from black market abortions. That's what Republicans want. They want women to be dying from black market, horrifying abortions, right? My sisters, my mom, my daughter, my auntie, my niece. That's who you Republicans want to murder with your abortion laws. Murdering women, taking away their fucking freedoms. Fuck you. That's what women are saying to you. Fuck you. And if you're a real man, you fucking fight for women's rights, man. This is just gross. You pussy men trying to control women and vote against their fucking rights. Jesus Christ. There's no way to make yourself look any worse and no way to secure a fucking place in hell better than to do that, motherfuckers. You dumb motherfuckers. Go Jesse Dollamore. Love you, man. All right. Oh, God. It's funny. One of the funniest things about these dumbass women, especially these young, beautiful women who get all this plastic surgery when they were already like attractive women, and they do all these weird things to their face. But, man, all you see in the Trump trial is his female lawyer with all her plastic surgery and the angles from the side a little bit. And when you're in the side, that's when you can really, it don't look right. It might look okay straight on, but from the side, it looks really weird. You can kind of see all the weirdness. And her face is just so distorted. And it's just weird. Yeah, there's this distorted face. And I think Trump's had a bunch of Botox injections too, just like his gay friend, George Santos. What else? Oh my God. Dumbass Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't smart enough to know that the leader of the FBI is not the same as the leader of fucking Homeland Security. And all she cares about is her Twitter shit. Like, Twitter, unless I think it'll pay me someday or something. I Can't ever imagine wanting to go. Twitter's for the people who just want to hear themselves talk, right? Although you could argue that right now, that's what I'm doing. Believe me, I don't actually want to talk about this stuff, but we have 365 days or less till the next election, and everyone needs to put their hat in the ring and fight for American democracy, right? And so I'm going to do my best to do one show just about politics, and then save my viewers from all that, all my other content. I'll keep it to myself and into this channel. So if you can't handle it, if you're a snowflake Republican, wah! It's only snowflake Republicans don't want to talk about politics because they're always wrong about everything. Everything Republicans do is wrong, harmful, stupid, corrupt, the opposite of everything they say. Oh my God, it's mind blowing. All right, let's see here. Oh, and all these Republican parents being tried for raising terrorists and helping them get the guns to commit the crimes, right? These motherfuckers in Michigan, in Oxford, who raised that kid to fucking shoot his friends at school and then gave him a gun to do it. Good job, fucking Trump supporters. They're going to be tried separately if you haven't heard the news. So both parents. And then the piece of shit parent, Republican Trump supporter that helped his son get the gun, the assault rifle, 18-year-old, so he could shoot people at a parade. He's going to be tried here soon. So that's good, right? Several more Republican voters who won't be able to vote ever again. Thank God, right? Because that's how we save the world. Get you Republicans to not vote to destroy your country, right? Holy shit. Holy shit. How are there any people so stupid? It is beyond, right? And you've all, what? Yeah. Oh, God. And on the TV, oh, God, they talk about double standard. There's no double standard, man. Biden is our man. Oh, so for fun, here's what I do. I go to the YouTube channels of Fox and then the other traders who call themselves patriots, and I just say really great things like, I love Joe Biden. He's the greatest president in American history. Faithful to his wife and to his country. My favorite, because this is what Trump used to say. Better than Washington, better than Lincoln. I just rinse and repeat. I'll probably do that today or tomorrow. Because I thumb through YouTube, and then these stupid conservative things pop up, and I'm like, who are you people? You're a bunch of traitors on Fox. It's the Fox Trader Network. There's no news. It's all traitor bullshit. The only 2 times there's been any kind of news was during January 6th when it was happening. They were actually filming it. And even though they were partly responsible for it because they're such shitty fucking people, they just had no choice but to film it, kind of like journalists, right? For about a half a day there, they acted like journalists because they had no choice. And then when the war started, it was kind of like that too. They kind of had to be journalists for a little bit and report on something. But the rest of the time, Fox News is just a fucking joke, right? And that's what everyone in America knows. You guys try to talk about what the American people think and feel. You don't know fucking shit, all right? All right. What you got? What you got? Oh, Fox Patriot Awards. Jesus Christ. What a fucking joke that is. Fox having anything to do with patriotism? It's the fucking channel for fucking traitors and dumb motherfuckers. Oh, I thank God every day for giving me an IQ above Republican. Thank you, God. Yeah. Oh, Brian Tyler Cohen, if you don't watch his show, that guy's got his head screwed right on, straight. Brian Tyler Cohen, if you want some real news. Oh, and how about the Russian agenda? I love how the Republicans, they just do everything, right? Oh, the deep state is there. Oh, everybody else. No, deep state, if there is, it's you fucking piece of shit Republicans, right? And you prove it to us, right? This woman, Tara Reid, accused fucking Biden of accused Biden of throwing her up against the wall and forcing a kiss on her. Oh my God. Right? It's a fucking lie, right? She was paid by Republicans who were paid by the Russians, because the Republicans are so stupid. They are, most of the time, and sometimes they know it, but a lot of them are just too stupid to even realize it. But they're fulfilling the Russian agenda, right? Totally. And they're paid by them in many cases. And so Tara Reid, the woman who accused Biden, trying to create some moral equivalence between Trump and Biden. That's what they try to do. They fucking try to obfuscate fucking everything. There is no moral equivalence between piece of shit Trump and any other human being on earth. He's a piece of shit. No one is nearly as awful as him. And way, way down the rung would be Tiger Woods. Would be second. But it's way below. Trump's way up here, right? But fuck, I lost my place again. Shit, I gotta drink a little bit. Drink. Cheers. Cheers. Oh. God damn. What was I gonna say about? Ugh. Oh man, that's terrible. I keep losing my place. I did have a pretty solid safety meeting. I am extra safe. So that might contribute to my confusion. Oh God, and hearing Sean Hannity talking about how the American people, he don't know the American people. I mean, who the fuck are you people? Jesus Christ. Alan Dershowitz, the guy who had sex with children at that creep's house out there, that island. The guy that got murdered by, who knows, all the Republicans and Democrats. Jeffrey Epstein, Alan Dershowitz, having sex out there at the Epstein estate. Oh, you know what they never investigated and they need to investigate is the Epstein estate in New Mexico. He had this remote estate that you can't get to because inside of someone else, like someone else owns all the property around it. And they won't allow access to it. And, yeah. Alan Dershowitz, you know, calling Trump a victim. Trump's not a victim. God. Anyway, what a joke. What a joke. Sean Hannity is not qualified to work at Walmart yet. He's got this job on Fox News. And he talks shit about fucking Joe Biden all day, every day. Joe Biden, we love you, Joe Biden. He is America's Uncle Grandpa. He's a little bit uncle. He's a little bit grandpa. And he's a sweet old man. And he's an American patriot. And he loves his country. And he's a diplomat. And he knows government. And he knows how to work within it. And Republicans are just dumb shit show idiots. Holy shit. Let's see. What else did we miss? So many things that Republicans have been up to. So yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't know the difference between the oh yeah, Twitter. Like, who the fuck wants to hear that? Twitter's for people who just want to hear themselves talk all the time. That's it. But you write it. Like, everyone wants to hear your fucking dumb shit thoughts all day, every day. I can't even imagine ever wanting to go to Twitter. Why would anyone go to Twitter? Oh, how's this? As soon as Trump got on Twitter, I never go on Twitter, but I have an account there, and I occasionally like to do the same thing. I, make comments that are always, go Joe Biden. So it's so fun. So I got to drink. That's what I got to do. Cheers. Go America. Oh yeah, so I go to Twitter, right, and And it's so funny because they'll let all that fucking hate speech fly all the time in all different directions. But Republicans are such snowflake pussies, and so is fucking Elon Musk, right? Trump goes back on Twitter, and I just go on and say, hey, man, you know, now that you're back on Twitter, perhaps you should try ingesting some bleach or some disinfectant, you know, get that traitor stench off of you. And they kicked me off Twitter and said, I must delete that comment or I can't be back on there. With all the fucking Nazi shit that Republicans put on there, all the fucking hate speech fucking shit they put on there, the shit against women. I mean, it's just endless. It's gross. Anyway, so yeah, that was funny. I just left it up. They said, oh yeah, I never go on Twitter, so I just left it up for like a year, and then finally I just did delete it in case I want to go back on Twitter and look around and tell Marjorie Taylor Greene that she's a traitor and too stupid to realize it. All right, because I am the most American, if you didn't know that. That's right. Direct descendant. I'm a direct descendant. See, I can't even speak no more because I'm an American drinking. I'm a direct descendant of William Brewster, the leader of the Mayflower. Right? The guy who wrote the first government document in the history of America. William Brewster. Cheers to you, William Brewster. As through my mother on the Hamilton side. Not a descendant of Alexander Hamilton. I've looked that up. But it's all good. I think William Brewster's cooler even. So I'll take that. The only thing I can remember, I had it all on paper that burned up in the fire, was Patience Brewster was the first daughter of his where I descend from. And then I got my mom. I can work backwards, I think, up to my great-grandfather on the Hamilton side. I think he was married to Fanny Latimer. And I'm not sure. She might be the connection. But anyway, I got to work that out. You know, someday I'll have hopefully either enough money or be popular, and some fancy genealogist will want to help me out. But that is something I got to do some work on. My grandmother is a direct descendant of the second governor of Massachusetts. And so it goes. A lot of great stories. My great-grandfather has a mountain named after him in Alaska, Douglas Island, Mount Bradley. All right. All right, people be talking. People be talking on my fantasy football league over here. Yes, these group texts are so weird. Anyway. What the hell else? So much going. It's weird what's happening at Univision. All of a sudden, their prejudice against their prejudice in favor of Republicans. Like someone just paid them off big. Some billionaire just gave them some money to change their attitude. So that's interesting. Facebook, Meta, they just decided they're going to allow Republican traders, to post shit on Facebook about how the last election was stolen, which of course wasn't, right? That's just more Republicans blowing smoke, being fucking stupid, right? Proving that their IQ is lower than everybody else's. Why do Republicans do that? They work so hard to prove how stupid they are, right? Why do they do that? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let's get back to Tara Reid. It was a good safety meeting. So, Tara Reid, the woman who accused Joe Biden of sexually assaulting her, right, has defected to Russia. And who has taken her in? The red-headed woman who was a convicted spy for Russia, hanging out at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump and his documents. Convicted spy, the red-headed woman She has taken Tara Reid in, and Tara Reid is now a citizen of Russia. She's defected to Russia, right? Right? Where she's being taken care of. And she was a paid operative, right? The deep state, Russian Republican deep state paid her to accuse Biden of sexual assault and to thank her for putting herself on the line. She's defected to Russia, where she's been given a wonderful life. That's the motherfucking deep state, people. Tara Reid, the accuser of Biden, who's defected to Russia. Holy shit. I mean, what the fuck? That's unbelievable. And it's true. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. Oh my God. And you call yourself American patriots. Holy shit. What a joke. All right. What else? This is not going to sound good, but it's just the truth. Political parties, like the Republicans, right? They fucking put up a black guy against a white guy in Kentucky. Democrats won that. There's a misogynist and a racist vote you got to overcome in the states where misogyny and racism is a little more prevalent than everywhere else. I guess the misogyny vote is 3% and the racist vote is 5%. So if you're a black woman, you got to be 8% better just to be even, right? If you're a black guy, you got to be 5% better, right? And it can happen, okay? But Marco Rubio beat a woman who was so much more qualified than he is. He's such a small hands. Rubio crushed that black woman. And unfortunately, someone should just say, hey, if you really want to take out the white guy in a southern state where you got misogyny and racism, you're going to have a better chance if you run a white guy against him. All right. And that's not to say that we don't want participation and we don't want black leaders and black people to be elected. We do. But if you want to win, think about it. Like this black guy ran against a white Democrat in Kentucky. If it had been a white Republican, he'd have won for sure. What did he lose by? 4 or 5 points. That's the racist difference. Anyway, and then, that poor woman who ran against Marco Rubio, holy shit, she seems like the greatest candidate in the history of candidates. And, what did she lost by, the racist plus the misogyny vote. Anyway, yeah, that's funny. In red states, unfortunately, your odds are probably better just trying to run a white guy Democrat just to try to win. Although, God bless Raphael Warnock. How you like that? Running against the most concussed man in history. Another black man. Thank God, Raphael Warnock. That was January 6th. That's how January 6th really started. That was the beauty of it. John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock winning Georgia. Holy shit. A Jew and a black guy. God bless America in Georgia. Oh my God. Fighting for women's rights. A preacher fighting for women's rights, right? Like that's the kind of guys I would go to his church. That's the church I want to go to, right? Someone who believes in God and women's rights. Holy shit. Anyway. So, yeah, finally came around to that thought again. Took me a while. Tara Reid. Republican traitors. Oh, deep state's over there. No, it's right in your fucking lap, you dumb shits. Fuck. Working for the Russians. Literally, their whole Russia. Everything you do is what the Russians want you to do. To try to create fake bullshit. To try to just make nothing happen ever. When in reality, you should be fighting to protect children from guns, women from their fucking dangerous abortion laws, right? You should be protecting the environment from fucking PFAS chemicals. And You should acknowledge that the earth is getting warmer and that we need to do something about it, and care about clean air, clean water, clean soil, clean food, right? You want to be good fucking politicians. Do that. Care about voting rights. Don't be afraid of democracy. Trying to destroy democracy. Trying to overthrow the American flag. You pussies who complain about people kneeling. I love that. Oh, he kneels. He won't pledge allegiance. You tried to overthrow the American flag. Talk about a motherfucking insult to any real fucking patriots in this country. You fucking pussies. You tried to overthrow the American flag. Dude, I celebrate it when I see somebody doing a peaceful protest, like kneeling. God bless fucking Colin Kaepernick. I love that motherfucker, right? He's an American who spoke his mind. And you know what? I vote to protect people's rights to speak their minds. And you pussies complain about it. Oh, the NFL is so good. Except for a couple little situations like that. Anyway, God bless you, Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, can you believe it? Fucking pussies that whine about people who kneel are in favor of the overthrow of the American flag. How's that for being a fucking dumb shit? Fuck you. And that's how Democrats need to talk, by the way. I'm not necessarily a Democrat. I'm an independent. That's how Democrats need to talk. Fuck you, Republicans. You're fucking traitors. You're fucking stupid. Everything you do is wrong, harmful, hurtful. It's gross. Anyway. And Trump's kids. Holy shit. I wish I'd been there when his two boys had all the fat sucked out of their neck. Those fatties. Not that there's anything wrong with being overweight, but these guys had all this plastic surgery suck all the fat out of them. And it's just funny. And now they're on cocaine or Adderall all the time. It doesn't make them seem smart at all. Have you heard it was Donald Trump Jr.'s cocaine in the White House? Yeah, swear to God, it's true. Let's see, we covered Lil Wayne, douchebag McCarthy from Bakersfield, the douchebag from Bakersfield. Holy shit. That's a couple strikes, bro. Yeah, Republican shit show. Tommy Tuberville, the traitor, fucking up our military. A Republican fucking up our military. Holy shit, you're supposed to be pro-military. No, you're not. Oh my God, you're anti-military, Tommy Tuberville, you fucking traitor. Tommy, Tuberville, traitor. Traitor, Tuberville, traitor. Dumb shit. Not a motherfucking American. A piece of shit traitor. So concerned with making sure women are fucked. Why would you do that, bro? Fucking dumb shit. Too many concussions, probably. Probably would be good to have guns around. Here's some news. If you don't actually know what's going on in the world of business, I've been following business news for a long time, so I can break it down for you. Tell you what matters. And right now, there is something that matters. Walmart just announced they see deflate. Prices are going to come down. Not only is inflation dropped to below 3%. Thank you, Joe Biden. Yeah, things are still the high price that they were raised up to, but okay. But Walmart sees deflation coming. They're lowering prices. Prices are being lowered, right? Deflation. What's funny is if you watch business news, there's these asshole Republicans that like talk about how, oh, that's not good for America. Yeah, it is. And what Walmart said is, while it is not necessarily good for our profits, it's good for the American consumer. And so they're not unhappy about it, which is a really interesting stance for Walmart to take, that they see deflation coming, they'll be lowering prices, and that it's a good thing for the American consumer, and therefore they like it. Interesting, right? Interesting. So thank you, Joe Biden. Unemployment's way down, inflation's way down. In the first 2 years of Joe Biden's presidency, more new jobs were created than in the first in the first 4 years of any other presidency in history. In 2 years, more than 4. Right? Thank you, Joe Biden. And he keeps kicking ass. If you haven't watched business news, all you see is how Joe Biden's kicking ass, taking names. More jobs, more jobs, more jobs created, more jobs created. Thank you, Joe Biden. My job was created during your time. Cheers, America. Let's drink together. All right. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What else is there? Oh, it's so fun to see you, Jan 6. 1,000 January 6 traitors in prison where you belong. I wish those capital city cops had just opened up, started shooting all you traitors trying to overthrow the United States of America. Because here's the thing. If Palestinian protesters, people who look like Muslim protesters, come over the fence at the White House, they are going to get shot in the head. And then they're going to say there's double standard. You let the white people up the steps, but you shot the Muslim protesters who climbed the fence. And that's going to be the double standard. See, we need to shoot traitors who try to overthrow the United States of America. The first time and the second time and every time. That way they won't try to overthrow the United States of America. Traitors that try to overthrow the U.S. If that's what you try to do, that makes you a traitor. If you don't know how the English language works, if you try to overthrow your government, that makes you a traitor. Woohoo! I'll tell you what, let's see. Oh, is this? Yeah, my last beer. My last beer right here. That's an English lesson for you. If you don't know English. Traitor, someone who tries to overthrow the United States of America. Fucking Republicans. Why don't you just become fucking patriots? Give a shit about your fellow American. Oh, and shall we talk about immigration? You dumb shits. So, there's so much more to talk about, but today we're just going to mention one thing. Per 100,000 people, 750 crimes are committed on average by people from other countries who have come to our country from another country. 750 per 100,000. If you're a native-born American, the likelihood of you committing a crime in the United States of America is 1.5% because 1,500, right? 0.75% or 1.5. 1,500 native-born Americans commit a crime per 100,000, right? Because people coming here from other countries are half as likely to commit crimes in the United States of America. That's just a statistical fact. And when you hear Republicans try to obfuscate the truth and lie about it, you'll know the truth now, right? Because that's the truth, not the lies you hear on Fox and the fears. You got to worry about these people from other countries. They're the ones you got to worry about. No, you got to worry about native-born American traitors, right? Now that we have, it's funny because we used to worry about Muslims being the terrorists, which some people still do, and potentially rightfully so. But now we also worry about the Trump supporters who are the ones perpetrating all the terrorist acts in our country these days. So, and now they are going to hate each other pretty soon here because that's their natural course. It's all so weird. Anyway, and it's they're so stupid, these fucking domestic terrorist Republican traitors tried to overthrow the United States of America, both on paper and physically with violence. Like, despicable. There's so many different ways. So un-American. Anyway, let's see. Thank you for watching my fucking motherfucking American show. I'm the most American. If you got a more American fucking background, I'd like to hear it. Yes, I would. And this is the most American show. The most patriotic American show. The most real American patriotic show. All you fucking Republican traitors with all your fake patriot fucking organizations. Ugh. titles to things where you use the word patriot or real patriot or America first. You're all a bunch of dumb motherfuckers who are just inflicting pain, trying to hurt people. Pieces of shit. Yeah, so that's the truth. Let's see what else, man. I think I mentioned a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff, yeah. Anything else in the news worth talking about? But yeah, beware of that Thwaites ice shelf. And why doesn't any politician talk about that? And Joe Biden, you should legalize weed. And you Southern black candidates got to be so goddamn good to overcome that 5% racist vote and that 3% misogynist vote if you're a woman who's black. Holy shit, that is just an uphill climb. Sometimes you guys overcome it, and I love you for that. And you black Republicans you don't got to listen to me, but listen to any educated black man talking about y'all are fucking Uncle they got Uncle Tim. Sounds like Uncle Tom. Uncle Tim Scott. Uncle Tom Scott. In fucking South Carolina just backed out of the race. Oh, that's just weird. Why would you align yourself with the people who align themselves with the Ku Klux Klan? And seriously, not all people in the Ku Klux Klan, not all Republicans are in the Ku Klux Klan, but all of the people in the Ku Klux Klan, they are all Republicans, okay? Yeah. And not all Republicans are Nazis, but every Nazi in America is a Republican, right? You know that's true. We all know that's true. Why would any Jew want to align themselves with Nazis, Nazi Republicans? Why would any black man or woman want to align themselves with Ku Klux Klan's people, right? That's just so weird. The fuck are you doing? What's funny is the Mexican community. I got a good buddy whose grandpa used to drive around and tell him to yell at the illegal Mexicans. Because, there's a difference. If you come here legally, you just might hate the ones who come here illegally, which to me, in the outside of that situation, is interesting. Some might be dumb enough to, I guess, think you would want to fight for other Mexicans, but Mexicans are good people. And what the world doesn't see the big picture of, right? We see it okay, China's going to lose 500,000 people in population. Fucking Korea is losing population. Japan's losing its population, right? Because people aren't having sex anymore. They're all looking at their phones. Right? America those are the canaries in the coal mine, and we're right behind them. Look around, man. Our kids are looking at their phones. They're not having sex anymore. Right? So, don't be afraid of people who are trying to come to your country. Because, look, if Japan was smart, they would import people. They would go to Venezuela, the beautiful Venezuelans, and just fill a boat up with people that want to get out of there. Bring them to Japan and integrate them in. They're so beautiful. Everyone they would have sex with Japanese people. Japanese people would have sex with them. And then they would they lose, I don't know, is it 100,000 a month or 100,000 a year? But their population is just decreasing, right? So if that's one of your country's assets, its population, they say Korea is going to have 0 people in 750 years, right? Go to North Africa, get some beautiful North Africans who are dying to get out of there. Bring them to your country. Let them have sex with the Koreans. My God, you're going to make beautiful people. They're going to want to have sex. And maybe you can keep your population alive, right? These people who are trying to get out of their countries could be the best asset for the countries that are losing their people, right? And when you mix your race with their race, holy shit, you're going to make beautiful people that everyone's going to want to have sex with. Right? Fuck. So, yeah. And meanwhile, fucking stupid fucking white people, Republicans, are putting fucking these drugs out on the streets that are killing all the white people. Oxycontin, fentanyl, creating fentanyl, Adderall, right? And so, yeah, how are white people going to keep having babies if they're all fucked up on these drugs that Republicans keep fucking putting on the streets, right? Fucking fuckers. Oh, it's exhausting. So, yeah, these people that want to leave their countries, that are still able and wanting to and do have lots of babies, they might not be bad for your country or mine. And in a country where dumb shit fucking asshole Republicans complain about how nobody wants to work for us anymore, nobody wants to work anymore. Yeah, people want to work. And there's a whole bunch of them at the border that are just dying to get here to work fucking 12 hours a day, fucking 6 days a week. So, maybe they're not your enemy, Maybe they're your gardener or your nanny or the person working at a fast food restaurant, serving all of us. The most noble people in the world are our blue-collar workers, right? Service to others is the most noble work, right? We should elevate these people and be thankful, right? And respect them and tip them 20% or more. Or stay home. All right. Thanks for watching my Most American show about politics. Anything I missed here? Myrrh. Oh yeah. Manchin, you suck, dude. Oh, what a shitty fucking group of fucking candidates the Republicans have. My God. And then, of course, the Democrats have old Joe Biden. Just back out, bro. You're old. Legalize weed. Become the greatest president in American history. Legalize weed. And then back out, man. Retire, bro. Come on. Seriously. Otherwise, you probably won't even make it through your next... Like, people just don't look at you as a man who just might make it for another 4 years, right? And you should retire. Enjoy. Spend some time with your beautiful wife. She's pretty hot. Yeah, you still might be able to fool around. Focus on that, bro. My God. Yeah, all I see is the Russian agenda. Oh. All right, so let's say I had like $1 billion. Or just $1 billion supporter. I would start a third party. You know what the third party needs to be? Because this is all I want to do anyway. If I could be a politician who just fought for the rights of workers and women and workers, which are obviously the same shit, right? And if you're fighting for women's rights, you're fighting for all the minorities' rights at the same time, right? Who are the worst affected by everything. And if you're fighting for workers' rights, you're fighting for all the underserved people. And that would be the greatest party ever. What would you call it? The WWP. Have a nice ring to it. WWP, the Woman and Workers Party. Yeah, WWP. I'd like to be the president of that party. Anyway, yeah, because what are they? That's the majority of everybody. You take that Venn diagram, man. That's a big one. Yeah. All right. And unlike what you hear on Fox News, America is not failing. You're all a bunch of hardworking, good people. You're succeeding. You're doing great. All right. Keep up the good work. Keep working hard. And do something good tomorrow. Right? Don't do any harm to anybody. Don't plan on hurting anybody. Don't bring your guns out of your house. Be kind to your neighbors. Be kind to your family members. Don't give money to politicians. Give it to your family members. Don't give your money to nonprofits. Give it to your family members, for Christ's sakes. My God. How many poor people have lost their fortunes because their stupid old parents gave all their money to Donald Trump, the dumbest con artist in history, who just repeats lies until people believe them. It's amazing. The biggest traitor in American history. DJT. Douchebag. Jackass. Traitor. I'm sorry. Trainwreck. The traitor. I don't know how he didn't get the name Trainwreck Trump. Everything he says and does, he's just a fucking train wreck. He's just a gross, gross train wreck. What the fuck's wrong with you people that vote for him and support him? Oh, can you imagine if Trump were gay and all you dumb shit Trump supporters that wore those shirts that say, Trump that pussy, grab that pussy, right? I've seen those shirts, right? Grab Hillary's pussy, right? Guys that say, oh, I wish I could grab girls' pussies too. Yeah, I wish I was him. Just imagine all other things the same. What if Trump was gay? And it said, grab him by the cock, Trump 2024. Or my favorite shirt would be, crush that ass, Trump 2024, right? Encouraging, supporting him for sexual assault, except instead of on a woman, a man. But for now, we just get to enjoy the ones that support him sexually assaulting women. Those are the best shirts, aren't they? God. It's just gross. A gross, gross ecosystem of lies and billionaires who donate to the shit so they don't ever have to pay taxes. It's crazy, right? If you can just keep Republicans in office, you don't ever have to pay taxes, right? Gross. Fucking Jeff Bezos not paying any fucking taxes. Gross. Anyway, if you're a woman or a gay man and you would like a little piece of America's boyfriend, America has a boyfriend, a new boyfriend, like the greatest boyfriend ever. And he's a tight end. Yeah, the greatest boyfriend ever. Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce. He's a tight end. America's boyfriend. And I have been opening packs of football cards. And I have Travis Kelce cards. If you're a woman, just Venmo me like $1 and your address. And I will send you, or you're a gay man, okay? If you're a dude, if you're a man's man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't doing this for you. But if you're a gay man and you just love Taylor Swift, or you're a woman and you love Taylor Swift, please Venmo me $1 and your address, and I will send you America's boyfriend, a football card of America's boyfriend, Taylor Swift's love, Travis Kelce, who's going to end up maybe the greatest tight end, not just in two ways, the greatest tight end in NFL history. All right. Shaka. Aloha. Do no harm. Do no crime. Don't put shit up your nose. Don't take pills. Don't hang out with fucking asshole violent people. Don't get in the wrong relationships. Don't gamble. Don't gamble. No matter how many Republicans put up fucking advertisements for you, encouraging you to gamble. Don't do it. Don't gamble, right? Don't buy lottery tickets. It's a waste of your fucking money. All right, save your money. Maybe in the next show I might just do a little how to invest. Yeah, I don't know, man. God bless America. You know what a box of optimism looks like? It looks like this when you go through Costco, right? And it's been a while since you've been anywhere near a woman, and you go through Costco and you see a 40-pack of condoms, and you say, I think it's time to get lucky. And you're so confident you buy a 40-pack. That's America, baby. God bless America. Oh, tip 20%. Have a great day.